Hello and welcome back to another weekend vlog. With the first frost forecasted for the end of this week, we were all systems go on trying to finish the drainage around our mudroom extension foundations before the first snow or the ground starting to freeze. We had a few bits of earth that remained to be dug away, and a good cleanup was needed after we had a couple of weeks of rain and stormy weather. The earth separation fabric had fallen down under the mud, which was a faff and a half to clean up and rehang up on the sides again. After cleaning up all the autumn leaves, we were ready to roll out the foundation plastic around the whole surface. This plastic has little raised cones facing inwards to ensure that there is air circulation on the exterior of the foundation wall that will be under the ground. I then cut away the excess plastic before we could start cutting the insulation to fit around the concrete base of our extension that sticks out further than the wall itself. The quickest and neatest way to do this was to use Magnus's Robland combi machine that was in the workshop. We worked section by section and put 2 layers of foam insulation down, which we held in place with sticks and stones, and then the drainage gravel. When the night came around, I saw that this was the final day I could do painting outside, as the temperature stayed above 8 degrees Celsius at night, and I hated seeing these two parts not painted. So I started first on the ladder, but soon realised that I would have to hang upside down in the dark and hope for the best. And when the morning came, I was so happy that I made the effort to do this, even though it was the last thing that I wanted to do at this hour. Literally, it looks so much better, and it's another small step towards finishing the balcony flat roof renovation project. The next day, we were treated to another perfect autumn day as we continued on placing the insulation around the foundation wall. With the rebaited edge, we were able to get a good fit, and we made sure we staggered the layers to help the insulating effect. We then used some nails to help hold everything in place as Magnus continued to add the gravel. Now, another task that I needed to get done was harvesting the last of my homegrown vegetables. We started picking our pumpkins from the pumpkin patch after I saw that the plant is starting to die due to the cold weather. Unfortunately, my pumpkins aren't quite orange yet, and that's why I left them on the vine for so long, but with the plant dying, I don't think they're going to get any more orange, so I decided to take them indoors to try and ripen them by a sunny window. Then there are the 2 turnips I also grew from seed this year. In the end, we took some of the Jerusalem artichokes, some small onion bulbs for next year, some tiny radishes, and 1 last sweet pea that had grown in the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Magnus had made some great progress when we were away, and by the time we had returned, he was almost ready for me to start doing the levelling job. As a base for the drainage pipe, it is advised by building regulations to have a slope in the gravel that is at least 1 centimetre to every 2 metres, which I made a start on before the evening closed in. Thanks for watching today's video, and check back in next week to see the next part of this project. Bye for now!